Good evening, Dr. Sukuma and Dr. Haikal. So this is the video presentation for CSE441 group project we titled as Artify. Now firstly, let me introduce myself. I am Andi Asyraf and these are my group mates Ahmad Za'im, Amin Nasyriq, Thanis and Amirul Akmal. This is the overview of our project presentation, and now let's start with the background of Artify. Alright, so for our project background, Artify is a local artisan and craft marketplace system designed to help local sellers promote and sell their products digitally. So the system acts as a centralized platform that connects artisans directly with customers, making it easier to manage online selling in one place. So Artify consists of 5 main modules. These include the Artisan storefront and product listing, secure shopping cart and payment processing, order management with shipping integration, customer reviews and ratings, and lastly, event or workshop listing module. And in addition, the system supports multiple user roles such as artisans, customers, and administrators, along with common features like user account management and administrative controls. And moving on to the problem background, developing a marketplace system presents several challenges due to its complexity and dynamic nature. Marketplace system involves multiple components such as product management, transactions, order processing, user interaction, and integration with external services like payment gateways and logistics providers. Because of this, the system requirements tends to change frequently as stakeholder expectations or business rules or third-party services evolve. And traditional models like waterfall are not suitable in this case because they are inflexible and do not handle late changes well, often leading to rework and schedule delays. Additionally, marketplace systems usually require parallel development of multiple modules, which increases the risk of integration issues and inconsistencies if the software process is not well managed. And finally, user trust, usability, and secure handling of personal and financial data are critical success factors. And without continuous feedback and good communication between developers and stakeholders, the system may fail to meet user expectation. So the objectives of these projects are threefold. First, to define and apply a suitable software process module for the development of the Artify marketplace system. Second, to demonstrate effective management of Artify's modular structure, allowing multiple system components to be developed and integrated in parallel. And third, to evaluate the quality assurance practices used throughout the development process to ensure system reliability, usability, and security. These objectives guide our overall development approach and ensure that the system meets both technical and also user expectations.
Now, I will explain about the related works done for this project. Let's start with the overview of related software process models. Under traditional process models, there are two, which is waterfall model and V model. Waterfall model is a linear and plan-driven approach with clearly defined phases and heavy documentation. It is suitable for stable requirements but inflexible to change. Whereas for V model, it is an extension of waterfall with strong emphasis on verification and validation. It ensures high quality through early test planning but increases time and cost. Under iterative and risk-oriented models, there are two, which is iterative model and spiral model. Iterative model develops the system through repeated cycles, allowing continuous feedback and gradual refinement of features. Whereas for spiral models, it combines iterative development with risk analysis. It is effective for complex systems but requires expert risk management and higher resources. In summary, traditional models offer structure and predictability, while iterative models provide flexibility and early feedback. Moving on with modern development methodologies and key findings. There are three contemporary methodologies, which are Agile Scrum, DevOps, and Rapid Application Development. Agile Scrum is an incremental development using sprints, strong stakeholder collaboration, and frequent delivery of working software. DevOps integrates development and operations using automations, CI/CD pipelines, and continuous monitoring to improve reliability and deployment speed. Rapid application development focuses on fast prototyping and user feedback with minimal upfront planning. In summary, dynamic systems require flexibility and frequent updates. Early feedback reduces rework and improves user satisfaction. Continuous integration enhances quality and maintainability. So, the most suitable model for our project here is Agile Incremental Scrum based process model.
To begin the proposed process strategy, I will explain our strategic move away from traditional models. We found the waterfall model are too inflexible for a dynamic marketplace like Artify, as it often leads to significant rework and schedule delays when requirements change late in the process. Instead, we used the Artisan Scrum framework. This choice was driven by the need for agility, using 2-week sprints to pivot based on real artisan feedback, which is crucial for community-driven features. Our strategy focuses on the high-risk backbone. We prioritize foundational modules, the secure payment gateway, and artisan storefront. This is to address technical complexity and third-party integrations early. Supporting this is our definition of done (DoD). It is a quality mandate, not just a checklist, ensuring that security-sensitive components are truly validated before integrations. Moving to technical execution, our process incorporates a required quality gate within the sprint review. This ensures that moving to a deployable status is a rigorous confirmation of technical integrity rather than just a showcase of the user interface. A core part of this is cross-module validation. For example, a developer must demonstrate that the order management module can effectively handle live data generated by the payment gateway without errors. By embedding this quality assurance task directly into our cycle, we bridge the communication gap between the technical team and product owner. So this transparency guarantees that the final deliverables is a united, integrated platform rather than 5 separate, disconnected pieces.
Okay, here is Amin Nasyriq with matrix number 163177. So for the development of Artify, we adopted a tailored artisan scrum framework. So we needed a structure that standardized communication between us, the 5 developers, and also our stakeholders. So as we can see over here, our model is built on iterative sprints lasting 2 to 4 weeks. Okay, so the goal of every loop is to transform raw user stories from the left into a potentially shippable increment on the right. Okay, so the diagram have 3 core components. We have roles like the product owners and the development team. So we act as a unified scrum team where each member hold a specific module. Okay, and then we have artifacts like the product backlog and also sprint backlog, and also activities, which is a time box events like sprint planning and also daily scrum. Okay, so our development follow a strict 6-phase cycle. Okay, so phase 1 is backlog refinement. So before a sprint starts, the product owner defines the master list of features to ensure high priority items like the payment gateway are ready. Okay, so the next phase is sprint planning. This is where we gather on day 1 to select exactly what we can build in the next 14 days. Okay, phase 3 is the execution. This is the coding phase. So we strictly apply a definition of done here. We don't just write codes, we write unit tests simultaneously. Okay, so phase 4 is the daily stand up. So every morning at 9 a.m., we hold a 15-minute check. So we ask like, what did I do yesterday? So is there any blockers? So this question will help us to catch integration issues between our different modules early. Okay, so next is the phase 5 and also phase 6. These are the review and retrospective phase where we demo the working software to stakeholders and then we can reflect on how to improve our own process. Okay, next we use user stories. So we write the requirements in simple format of as a user, I want to what's the action and then so that what's the benefit. So for example, as an artisan, I want to upload photos so that I can display my items. So this keep us focused on the user's benefit. Okay, so the stories will fit into our sprint backlog. So we can see that this table is how we break a story down into a technical task. Okay, so here is the product backlog which is needed for the prioritization to ensure that we always work on the most critical features first instead of wasting time on nice to have details. Okay, so we ensure quality by using the strict definition of done, which is DoD. So it is only considered finished if it passes this checklist. So peer reviews must be completed, unit tests must be passed, and also product owner must validate it in staging.
Okay, this is our summary from the process quality evaluation table like in the slide. It's covering objective, modeling, effectiveness, efficiency, and capability with measuring our development process quality using the Geocurie process quality model. Overall, most evaluation criteria were rate or fully or largely achieved. These findings show consistent process commitment, effective stakeholder governance, and clearly defined role and responsibility, which support control and systematic process execution. This indicates that the development process is stable, well managed, and appropriate for I am Akmal bin Muhammad Noor, number metric 162187. Now I would like to continue to my part is the process quality characteristic. To evaluate process quality, our project adopt the Geocurie process model, which provide a structured and measurable way to assess whether a development process is planned, managed, and executed. Instead of treating process quality as something abstract, the model breaks it into measurable elements such as commitment, agreement, and requirement fulfillment. In our project, it is applied to assess the Artisan Agile Incremental Model to ensure stakeholder alignment and a smooth e-commerce development process.
Our experience taught us the immense value of modular synergy. We learned that in a modular environment, software process must create stable interface early to prevent data dissociation between storefronts and payments. Integration testing is an ongoing daily necessity and not a final phase. We also strengthen our quality through a security by design mindset by making security review a core part of our DoD. We prevented the late stage rework typically seen in waterfall model when vulnerabilities are discovered too late. Finally, we learned that the software process involves social engineering and communication as much as technical development. Our iterative feedback loops help us bridge the stakeholder gap, revealing that artisans need far more flexible calendar options than we initially estimated. Ultimately, our team evolves from 5 independent developers into a unified architectural unit. We realize that shared responsibilities and collaborative peer reviews are as vital as the individual code quality for Artify success.
To conclude, using an incremental agile scrum approach worked really well for the Artify marketplace. Because the system is complex and constantly changing, Scrum allowed us to adapt quickly to stakeholder needs, especially when developing features like the event and workshop module. This iterative sprint-based delivery helped us release features continuously while identifying and managing security risks early instead of too late. And Scrum also supported parallel development across all 5 core modules. By applying the definition of done and regular sprint reviews, we were able to integrate critical features such as payment gateways and shipping logistics while maintaining also the system stability. Overall, this approach created a scalable and reliable foundation for future expansion, supporting high user trust and demonstrating that Scrum is a suitable software process module for marketplace and e-commerce systems where usability, security, and fast feedback are essential.